a lot better. Ain't leaking gas, but I don't like the higher speeds. I don't really like. Bowl's only half full. See if it'll start back up. Well, that ain't too bad. I gotta put all the tops on, but like a knucklehead, which you know I'm a knucklehead, I don't know what I did with the choke cable. It goes from here right to here, but I need to put that on prior to, you know, maybe the choke was on a little bit. I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm not leaking gas, which is like the major thing. It's running a little bit better. It could probably use another carburetor. Is this a choke right here? Nope. That's another thing that I want to put on there. It's probably hearing all this nonsense. There's a extra that. There's an extra that. There's mouse traps that are off right now. I'd sure like to run into that piece. It wasn't in my bucket where I'd been putting most of the pieces, which was right here. These are parts, pieces and parts. Well, that's the top to it right there. And as you recall, I ended up getting 4 of the right screws for it. There's one more in there. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. These are bullnose, what they call bullnose. See how that's what goes in there. I got some off the parts one in the back, and then this one. I'll clean this up maybe and paint it. I don't know what I did with that. I don't know what I do with that choke tee or choke cable or choke, whatever you want to call it. Little. I don't think it's under that. I know it's under there. Maybe it's in sitting on the lathe. This piece here, can you see it goes all the way up? It goes all the way down. It goes all the way around to there. I got to go from here all the way up to here, all the way down to here, up and do a loop and come up for a high, so I can get a higher speed in the cab. So that's what's going on. That thing might have dropped down into here someplace. I just got to look. I will find it. Oh, and then I had to fix the weed whip in between this. It's about 2 hours later. I had to spend about an hour on the weed whip. Maybe that was before or after. I'm not sure. I'm going to go back and see if I can't find the metal strap that's supposed to go across this thing right here. If you're seeing that, I can't see it yet. Let's see. I think you can see that. Yeah, right here. It's supposed to have a metal strap, I think, above and below it. So I'll get the proper bolts on that. I need to put a tab of lubrication on that. Other than that, I think we might be ready to go pick apples. So I'll be back in a little bit. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button every chance you get. Freaking Jeep here. My name's John. Bye. Alright guys, still working on this. Thought I'd bring you by. To put those bolts in, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. It's a Blue Point SSM 5A. It's got a neat little twist thing in here for holding screws if I don't drop them. You push it in there and it locks it in, because when you're putting the screws to your carburetor, I don't know if you can see that. I'll go around the other side. Just get them started. Because you got to hold it. And that's why, I don't know if you saw one of those other videos, I put that screen down in there so you don't drop it down in there. Once they're started, you can pull it off and just run them in with a regular screwdriver. reset the thing, put it in until it clips. That screw in the best in the world. Clean this all up. Looks a lot better. In my mind anyway. Get a screwdriver. Regular screwdriver and tighten those down. Not ready for the air cleaner. The choke piece a minute ago that I said I couldn't find, it was in a box inside with other stuff. I need a longer screwdriver here, don't I? But if one of those came loose and it was running without that screen in there that I showed you in a previous video that you might not have seen yet, it was missing. Screws weren't right. But I had that parts one I paid $10 for, and I've gotten $1 million worth of parts off of it. There. That goes that. Choke. That little choke piece that I was telling you about is this piece right here. Choke is hooked up now. I don't know that, I don't think the air cleaner will go on without raising this thing up. And I know that white cover won't go on without raising that thing up. Plus, I want to go back and see if I can find that part there. I don't like this plug wire. These aren't the right plug wires. It's supposed to have a plug wire come right through here somehow onto this. But this is supposed to be an angle. This is supposed to be a 90 degree here. I guess you're seeing me in there. Yeah, this is supposed to be a 90 degree. You've probably seen it on the wood splitter motor. And I'll change it. Not today. So, now I'm going to go back to my parts department and see if I got those metal pieces for that coil. Right there. We'll be back in a little bit. Hi guys. Well, I was planning on working on this a little bit more, but I just went up and looked at the weather map. They're calling for scattered showers, and it's raining about probably a quarter mile that way, and it's heading this way. So I'm going to wrap this up real quick, cover the engine back up with a plastic bag, put a ton of that stuff that's on the table there away. And one person, or more than one person, how come you don't finish each job one job at a time, one job at a time, one job at a time? And it's because, alright, now I got to close this up, and then like yesterday doing something, then this morning I had to go work on the dryer, and then just different things pop up at different things. That, you know, I'll be working on something, and like last week, the guy called to pick up 2 loads of wood, and when he calls for wood, you go. So you set this down, you come back, and then kind of maybe float into something else, or you're waiting on parts, or who knows, this, that, or the other thing. But that's one of the good excuses I use for waiting on parts. And you got to have time, money, enthusiasm to get anything done or get it work on anything. And all that just don't jive right now. I don't know if you heard that thunder in the background. There's thunder in the background. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap this up and work on this a little bit later. So, I guess I told you the choke cable was in a box inside. Anyhow, we'll see you. Hit the like button, hit subscribe if you would.